We are live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Screams of the Sun, the Changing Breeds Chronicle we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Julia, and I'm joined by Sally. We're of the Zodiac system, and we will be your storyteller for the evening. I'm joined by a wonderful cast of role players who let me mentally and emotionally abuse them at least once a week, and we record it so you all can enjoy that as well. We will start our introductions tonight with why be part of the problem when you can be the whole problem, Shawnee or William.
Hi, I am Shawnee, or William, and I'm playing Callisto Osborne, the Hamid Usmati Garal of the Mountain Guardians.
Currently organizing the Mitch McConnell death pool, Jeremy.
Don't set me to organize that. I will cheat. Make sure that it happens at a particular time. Hi my
organization.
NSA agent. I'm Jeremy. I am playing Crystal Arias, who is a Hamid Nuisha.
I could go for a nice 6 months coma right now, Katie.
I know where that came from. Hi, I'm Katie. I'm playing Carrie Nichols, who is a Hamid Korax, Hermetic Order of Swift Flight.
And you cannot kill me in a way that matters, Drevian.
I'm Drevian. I'm playing Connor McLaughlin, a Coelacanth Bastet.
Unfortunately, we will not be joined by Siobhan tonight, but hopefully they will be back with us next week. They're currently supporting their wife, which is great. As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, and the following are a few good news stories to hopefully bring a smile to your face. Though it is a pretty standard piece of Roman civscape, a spa unearthed in Pompeii is dazzling archaeologists with its level of detail and preservation. Decorated in sumptuous mosaics and featuring hot and cold rooms as well as bathing pools, the spa was found in a largely unexplored region of the Pompeii site called Regio 9. Several major discoveries in the last 4 or 5 years come from Regio 9, which is revealing so much about how the classic Romans lived, organized society, and vied for power.
I mean,
Keokon
with buried
Aquarium.
entirely by a volcano, it might be well preserved.
Yeah. Keokon Aquarium in Shimonoseki, southern Japan, closed on December 1st, 2024 for renovations. Within a few weeks, their 30-plus kilogram ocean sunfish began exhibiting strange behavior. It stopped eating its jellyfish meals and would frequently rub its narrow, lumpy body against the tank. Parasites or digestive problems were suspected. We couldn't at first figure out the cause and took various measures, but one of the staff members said maybe it's lonely because it misses the visitors. We thought 99% chance, no way, and the aquarium in a post said the aquarium in a post on Twitter. But we attached the uniforms of the staff members to the tank, and the next day it was in good health again. So they did this to prevent the loneliness of the sunfish that they have within their aquarium. In a proud moment of our heritage, researchers have found evidence that Stone Age humans carved a map of their territory into the floor of a cave in modern France. Chipping away to create indentations for basins, these pioneering cartographers then cut grooves into the cave floor to represent rivers and gullies, all of which accurately a low-lying river system in the Essonne department of Ile-de-France region. Before this discovery, the oldest known three-dimensional map was understood to be a large portable rock slab engraved by people of the Bronze Age around 3,000 years ago. So that's pretty cool.
We've been doing cartography as long as it's been relevant to know what's nearby.
Yep.
Here's where the water is, basically.
Mm-hmm. It's helpful so that you can tell the other Neanderthals not to eat the berries over here, because they'll die a horrible poopy diarrhea death. So, the World of Darkness. Last week, our group sprung into action in several different directions. Crystal, Carrie, and Connor all headed to Endron, found their way in through various means. Crystal simply walked in with a group of individuals. Connor was a nuisance to the first floor security team as a cat, and Carrie was Super Investigator 5000 going through the air ducts to eventually find Icebreaker within an underground research facility underneath of Endron. Meanwhile, Callisto and Clover, along with Thunder, drove back to the Sept of the Towering Giants, and Callisto asked, without begging, that Doom of the Mountain hold the reins of his warriors until they can get Icebreaker back so that there aren't countless lives lost. Because the Garu have a way of just annihilating everything that they see as a problem. Every nail needs a hammer. Eventually, Callisto left and was on her way to Endron. At that point, Carrie had already arrived to meet Icebreaker, while Crystal confronted a three-headed being within the office of
Oh, that's right.
Dmitry Karlov on the Umbral side. I believe we actually last left off with Crystal having kicked in the door to Dimitri's office, said Avon calling, and fired a shot before backing out of the office.
Yep.
That's exactly where we were.
And that is where we will pick
That reminds me.
Always a great sentence to start.
I have a lethal level of experience points at the moment.
Go ahead.
I would like to. I'm going to make a couple quick, just in case the first one doesn't go through. I've got a couple other. Can I push my dex to 5?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, cool, dope. Never mind. I know. Oops, that was the wrong one. I no longer have a lethal amount of experience points. I have 1. Yeah, I'm running for the door for the nearest opening
Okay.
out of the building. Window.
Oh yeah, there's a window like directly behind you.
Sweet.
20.
Is he chasing?
There is a moment, there's a howl. Not wolf-like, just pure guttural bestial. And the form begins, you hear the form moving, and then part of it broaches the barrier.
Okay. I am running not so fast that I can't be caught up with it first. Until
Okay.
I am certain that he's chasing full fucking speed.
Okay.
And then I'm running for my life. Towards
Go
the
ahead.
window.
Give me Dex and Athletics difficulties. 7.
Dope.
Casual jog. Oh, he is following. Good. Run.
Yep. Dex athletics. Sorry, difficulty what?
7.
Okay. Do I have athletics already? Athletics, and you'd think that I would, but oh, there it is. Difficulty 7. You know what? I will throw willpower into this just for fun. So that would be 4 successes.
4 successes. Let me just roll something real quick. Okay. So my next question is, are you going full force out the window, or are you trying to cut a corner and have him continue going?
C, all of the above.
All right.
I am going to jump out the window. As he chases behind, I'm going to try and grab onto the side as I'm out, grab onto the side and let momentum carry me all the way to the wall, and hopefully he just goes, woo!
You are literally trying to Wile E. Coyote this man.
Yeah.
I would say I am trying to Sydney from Scream 3 him, but yes.
Okay.
Look, you don't get to choose which comparisons you get based on which breed you chose.
I certainly can.
Your turn will come.
You chose the comedians.
I'm gonna need. Yeah, we're gonna go Dex and Athletics, difficulty 8 on this one.
Okay. I don't need willpower that much. It's fun. I have plenty of willpower. So yeah, another willpower spent.
Okay. 2 successes.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes.
Actually, that's 3 successes. Can I make an argument? I need to look at my specialties. Can I make a specialty argument for preternatural grace?
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
that
4
would be 4 successes.
Okay. Let me roll something real quick.
If this works and he goes out the window, I swear to God. He's gonna be so mad if it works.
I'm just sitting here going, oh my God, this is actually happening.
Uh-huh.
Crystal has seen action movies before. She knows that you can't just attempt to body a whole thing of glass.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely shoot the fucking glass.
I was gonna say you pop a few bullets, break out your glass, and yeah, you hit the edge of that, and you scream the entire time, but you do plop against the window very hard, and you have to scramble to hold on. But yeah, you hear movement behind you as you swing.
Uh-huh.
And the movement continuing.
Okay. I'm looking over my shoulder.
There is the sound of shattering glass, the sound of snapping bone, and screams in a language you do not understand. As you look down about 5 stories, and Dmitry Karlov, or whatever the thing within him is holding on, one arm held into a window, shoulder obviously dislocated.
I am shooting him in the fucking wrist until that wrist is not a thing anymore.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack roll.
All right, I am going to split my actions for multiple shots.
Okay, that gives you a -2 die penalty, correct?
I think
it is an extra difficulty on each attack, successively increasing.
So it's like 6 first one, 7, 8, 9.
It's +1 difficulty on the first shot, +2 on the second shot, +3 on the third shot, etc., etc., etc.
9, and then you can't go above 9. So.
Yeah, and then you have to divide your dice among those shots.
Right.
Okay.
I'll do 3 shots. So that is, my dex is currently 8. My firearms is 3. That gives me 11 dice. Yeah, 4, 4, and 3. I'm just gonna roll the dice rather than try and figure out how to do that in the die roller. So diff 7 is fuck you, no, 1. Diff 8, 2 successes, and then diff 9.
Gun jam.
Fuck you. And it's fine. I shot him once.
Yes.
Well, you were going for a small body part.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm going to roll something real quick, and we will decide from there.
That said, that second attack roll, was 2 9s.
Yeah. No, that was a solid hit. Oh, you need to put the R in there.
With the 1D 100 in
1D.
there.
There is a howl of pain as a bullet rips through the hand and through the wrist as well. There is another scream, and the body goes tumbling.
And as he's falling, he just sees a big coyote person hold on to the side of the wall with one hand and reach out and middle finger all the way down.
The middle finger is holding the gun, presumably, that you were just shooting at him with.
Yeah.
No, I think she's actually holding on with the onto the wall with the gun hand so that it can just be the middle finger.
Switched hands.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's
Sorry,
like,
I was holding on with this hand so I could shoot. Now I need a switch real quick.
now I need to switch so I can properly insult you.
Over the totem link, you guys just hear the longest, most maniacal peal of laughter you have ever heard in your life that ends with, "Oh, he's gonna be so mad at me."
Mission went well, did it?
Yeah, Dimitri took the elevator. Sans elevator.
My question is, what side of the building did he go off of?
So what I'm understanding is
The long side.
what I'm
No, not in character. To
The front.
Oh.
the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I witnessed to this in the big glass lobby.
He's in the Umbra.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's not landing on the street on the material side street.
No.
He's landing on whatever the fuck toxic bullshit is down there that his kind have created.
I was thinking there was the human aspect and then the Fomori aspect that were on each side of the Umbra.
Could be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal, go ahead and give me perception and alertness, difficulty 6.
Okay.
Actually 5. Connor, give me perception and alertness, difficulty 7. There is a lot going on for you. So we'll see if you...
Look at those 4s. No.
Can I make an argument for uncanny instincts?
Yes, I will allow it.
All right, that gives me 2 successes then.
2 successes. Okay. You hear quite a few screams. And you are pulled out of your chase, and so are the security guards. As someone comes in and says that there's a body outside. The phones start ringing, and you hear people from your side of the conversation. Apparently, shots were fired, and that's what you're getting. So if you go to the front of the building, you will see a crumpled body with a bullet hole through it, and part of its hand coming off, and then a bullet hole through the side of the face. Aside from all the rest of the carnage that happens from a body falling roughly 350 feet.
How would they have... Are they just assuming there were gunshots because of bullet holes? Or
people from the upper floors called. That's what the phone calls were.
The gunshots were in the Umbra, though.
Oh, you were right. Never mind. Scratch all of that. Never mind.
I was gonna say, what even happened at that point to the
all
the
they
person
know is
writing it?
all they know is their exec just threw himself out a window
Yeah.
and somehow has
They-
bullet wounds.
Do they even know it's they even know it's the executive, or they're just like, yeah, somebody jumped?
I mean,
I haven't
you
made that comment yet.
Oh, okay.
look, if you Play-Doh what's left together well enough, you can probably figure it out. Anyways, there's still laughter going on, like nonstop through totem phone.
In response to the laughter, it's like, well, I know what Crystal's laughing about now.
Can somebody clue me in, because I'm kind of stuck in a like dead zone?
Yeah, I shot Dimitri in the face and then ran out of a window. He followed me and fell.
Dimitri's on the sidewalk outside.
Security
or what
should
we
be
assume is
coming-
Dimitri.
Security should be headed up, so hopefully you will be in the clear soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get in the clear.
Just
Um,
hold still. Connor, is there any indication of where security's headed?
Yeah, that's my question for the storyteller is,
Like
I'm sure some went outside and then they might have doubled back to the.
There is one person downstairs who is making calls upstairs, and you are seeing more security individuals either arriving via the stairwell or the elevator, because they are keeping people away on the street from the body and keeping people inside the building so that nobody gets out to like mess with the scene and to prevent panic.
So Connor describes that's what security is doing to the others.
Carrie, you can go ahead and give me a perception alertness difficulty 7, please.
On the umbral side is I just started typing his name in my address bar. Is Dimitri moving?
Yes. But at this point, not to get up. The perception check that you didn't do that great on.
Right.
You're not going to see the minor details. You can't really recognize what it is, but something has jumped onto him from the other side. Some large four-legged creature that you can't like. It has a skull head. It has large spines out of its back. It's on all fours. It looks wrong, but it starts trying to bite into him.
Well, that's what I call a Dimitri problem. And I am pulling myself back inside. I don't need to hang out here forever. I am not King Kong.
Kiri,
Yes.
you are down in this basement
Mhm.
research facility. You're assuming with the white tiles and the large glass enclosures. You start to hear the sounds of dress shoes on tile.
Wait, I'm still a bird.
You sure are.
Is there vent in the? Because I came out of the vent into the room, correct?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back up into the vent and
Okay.
hide.
Alrighty. As you duck in and hide, you are. Go ahead and give me Dex and Stealth, please. Difficulty 6.
Tell me I have those skills. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Dex and stealth 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hey.
This is hot dang. There you go. Yeah, you are sufficiently hidden as a gentleman, probably late 40s, early 50s, has some graying to his hair. His beard has gone kind of salt and pepper. Lab coat, black button-up t-shirt underneath, tucked into a black pants and black dress shoes. He has a clipboard, and goes over, adjusts a few dials on the outside, and you see a small number of LEDs light up around the collar that Icebreaker is wearing. And his entire body spasms. And he launches himself at the glass, at the figure. It's good to see you have some fight left in you still.
Is he talk? Is the
That is from the
is
from
is
the
it as is a jackass talking through the glass?
yes.
Okay.
You're going to be very helpful in our research. Once we figure out how to replicate you, then, well, the pups won't be a problem for us much longer. In the meantime, make sure that you don't try to escape through that. That collar will prevent you from shifting. And any of your other little special gifts you get from Mother Earth, as it were. Oh, I know all about you and your kind. And Icebreaker just leans back and then goes into a seating position and just spits at the glass. We'll break you eventually. And Icebreaker starts yelling some stuff, but the gentleman in the lab coat reaches over and you hear the distinct click of a switch, and you get the impression that Icebreaker's speech is no longer being broadcast to the other side of the glass. As he turns and leaves.
I mean, Carrie waits for a few minutes until can't hear the echoes anymore.
One of the things you notice is that the temperature in the room increased by about 5 degrees.
So I go to Totem Phone and I go, guys, who wants to help me solve a puzzle?
What puzzle?
Well, I'm in a sealed room, sealed glass, unbreakable glass.
Oh, I know this. It's you put an ice cube on the ground, and then that's how they hang themselves.
I'm being
And-
fucking serious, you dimwit. Will you please listen?
Sorry,
Thank you.
I'm a little giddy over Dimitri killing. Go ahead.
Yes. And I welcome your giddiness in some other form, some other time. I'm a little perturbed because there's an asshole on the other side of the glass that is being snooty and talking about how he knows all about Icebreaker's kind and he's gonna break him yet, and they're gonna clone them and
Okay, so what's the actual
deal with
problem?
pups. Yeah, so that asshole. So we got the unbreakable glass. We're locked in a room. I can't communicate with this person because we do not speak the same language. I'm still-
Icebreaker speaks English.
Yeah, but
but he doesn't speak bird.
He doesn't speak bird. Yeah.
Fair point.
The only way I stay hidden in here is in my crow form. So I could turn back to human and speak English, but I take the risk of getting caught. And also, he has an LED spiky metal collar on that's preventing him from shifting.
Okay.
Well, first up, there is a trick you can try. If you think you won't be heard for any particular reason, you can try partial shifting and just get your ability to talk back while still in crow form.
Yeah, it's not easy, but you can. It is potentially doable. Is he still there? Not
Yeah.
Icebreaker. Clearly,
oh.
he's still in the room.
Oh no, that other guy's gone.
Okay.
The temperature in the room is increasing slightly.
Do you think you can get the collar off?
It's got like spikes going into his neck. So I don't see any kind of. Actually, let me ask storyteller. Is there any kind of like notch or any kind of mechanism on the outside of the collar, or is it just like solid?
From the looks of it, there's a hinge in the front, and it snaps shut around the back, where a key needs to be inserted.
Okay, so it uses some sort of key, and there's a hinge on the front.
I can open that, but I need to be able to get to him. I'm getting close at this point.
Okay, how close is close?
Storyteller,
You're about 10 minutes away.
about 10 minutes out.
In that case, I'll describe where we came into the sewer door.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try. No. Okay, this is Katie asking, not Carrie. I thought there was something with the Korax not having it in between.
Yeah, you don't have the intermediary forms. You only have human, war form, and crow form.
Mhm.
Yes.
You still have war form. You just don't have big ass bird or mostly human.
Or mostly or nearly human, yeah.
So how you're talking about being able to
Partial shifting is a thing that any changing breed can do. It's just you can partially shift a part of your body instead of your entire body. So
For
basically,
example, change your hand into a claw.
Yeah.
Or
So what you would be going for is trying to shift your throat into one that can actually speak human words.
okay. Well, until Callisto is able to get here, that's my best shot. Okay, guys, I'm still new at this, and so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I am gonna try partial shifting so I can at least speak English and stay hidden in bird form.
Callisto's going to try and, with someone with decent experience doing this, is going to try and talk you through the physical sensations of how it works.
Okay.
But it's going to be a skill roll.
Functionally, it is mechanically, it is you have to spend a willpower point and make a dexterity primal urge roll difficulty 9.
I think it might still be stamina, but let me double check.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, are you? Okay,
it's
cool.
It's page 286. It's Dex Primal Urge.
Cool.
Thank you. Access to the book.
Dex.
Yeah, I looked up preemptively because I'm like, what is that?
Primal difficulty
9.
And this is not. I believe this does not count under the extended roll. You only need a success.
Yeah, you only need one success to make it.
But if you fail, you don't get to say, "Oh, I'm going to keep going." You have to spend another willpower point and try again.
Yeah.
So, with the willpower, am I just putting that under mod or like what?
Just No,
Just mark off one of your temporary willpower.
mark
Will
off
power.
one of your temporary
Got it.
willpowers
Got it.
because this is not spending a willpower for an automatic success.
Got it. Okay.
This
This
is the
is-
act of partial shifting costs a willpower.
Yes, which I'm pretty sure this is one of those times where they did that, so you can't just spend a willpower for an automatic success.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
Because
sense.
if you have to spend a willpower to make a roll, you cannot spend willpower on that roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do like to make some things hard still.
I mean, it makes sense. Otherwise, it'd just be too easy.
Yeah. Why would you
Um,
roll diff 9 when you could just spend the willpower point?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just dexterity, primal urge, difficulty 9.
49. Okay. I have dots in those things. Let's see how this goes.
There's a success. That's all you needed.
Yep, that's enough.
Okay.
So
So
you are able to shift your throat. It feels weird. Because you have what it feels like to be a human and what it feels like to be a bird and what it feels like to be a bird person. And this is mostly bird, a little bit of person. So it feels weird at first, but you
Mostly bird, a little person. I love it.
So Carrie is going to like stage whisper. Like, you're Icebreaker, right?
he whips around and winces as you see a trickle of blood run down his neck.
I'm sorry to startle you. That's not my intention.
Where are you?
Oh, in the vent.
Okay.
Flaps the wing.
He pointedly does not look at the vent. He continues to just brood stare out of the glass wall.
Yeah. I'm the bird. Hi.
Okay. That makes a bit more sense. So you're here to get me out, or just
That's part of the
what's
that's part of the plan, yes.
okay.
Where I have reinforcements are on the way. My fellow menagerie member, Callisto.
Oh, okay.
is on the way.
You're that crow. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Are you the
I'm the not okay, you wouldn't know that either. I'm the not heavily medicated one.
okay, you're Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah, hi. Should have probably led with that.
You're good. You're good. High stress situations. It's fine.
So, yeah, I mean, this is the longest time I've ever shifted. So, I mean,
You got to be careful if you stay in animal form for longer than 2 hours. You don't get to shift back.
quit
That's a
pulling my
joke.
lip.
It's a joke.
That's not very nice because I didn't go to Korak school. Okay. So, like,
You should
I didn't go to wolf school. I didn't know there was one.
You should absolutely be like, I'm the person who your freedom relies on right now.
Hey,
she's-
buddy,
she's-
maybe Hank.
I mean, to be fair, there's a very stressful situation, and so she's going to overlook that.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
a multi-member operation. other members are working elsewhere within the building, but I'm the one that's able to go through the vents. So here I am.
I don't think I'm going to be able to escape through the vents.
Oh no, that's not Callisto's plan either. But we just needed to be able to get word to you that you're not alone.
Okay. Yeah. That definitely takes a lot of the worries out. I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know what their goal is.
I don't know, but there's a lot of gnarly looking living things in other cells.
Oh, there's more than one of those. Okay, cool. That's
There's a couple of them. That's kind of how I know this glass is unbreakable because, you know.
were they spirals? I assume you don't have much.
I
knowledge.
don't have much experience. Like I said, when I was turned, the person didn't stick around. So
Wait, turned.
not turned.
No, that's accurate. That's accurate. You were turned.
Yeah. When I was turned.
Yeah, Guru were born. That's why he's confused.
No, I was born 100% human.
Huh. That's information I didn't know. Granted, I didn't know much about the Werecrows anyway. But
I mean, to be fair, I don't know much more than you do. But apparently they're supposed to stick around and teach you stuff, and that didn't happen. So now I'm kind of like going through Crow 101.
all right. I have the utmost confidence in you.
I appreciate that. And I realize some of that is just probably because I am your lifeline right now, but I will take what I can get. So who's the douchebag in the lab coat?
I don't know his name. All I know is that he comes by, does a few readings, cranks up the temp a bit, and leaves.
How long have you been here?
Just a few hours. It's gone up 20 degrees since I got here. It started out like 40 degrees in this room.
Jeez. No, listen, I'm from New Mexico. We never heard of 40 degrees. I don't know if you're from New Mexico and you're listening to this. Sorry, I don't know what temperatures you have.
It does. It is very hot, but it also
At
can
nighttime.
potentially
Yeah,
get very
nighttime.
cold at night.
Yeah.
Not
Nighttime.
always, but it can.
Anywhere that is significantly dry, desertified, or barren like that can have severe temperature swings within
Yeah,
the night.
and I knew that. I'm just not thinking.
Nah, you're good.
I was talking.
It's been about an hour. Every hour he's come from and done that. So I'd say he did that when I got here. It's probably been 3-4 hours.
Sir, have you seen any other people like him, or does he seem to be doing a one-man show kind of thing?
Seems to be just him as far as I can tell.
So he comes by like once an hour, approximately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over the totem phone, Callisto will say, Carrie, while I'm getting ready, I need you to give me positions of cameras in that hallway.
Need to give you positions of what?
Cameras.
storyteller, did I notice the cameras?
Go ahead and give me a retroactive perception alertness difficulty 7.
Fucking mouse is dead. I can't.
You
I can't.
can spend willpower. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and roll it for you.
Thank you.
Would you like to spend willpower on it?
Yeah.
Connor will comment that there is at least one camera just inside the sewer door.
Yeah.
So you did say yes on willpower?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 successes. There's a camera. You know that in this hallway alone, there's a camera facing toward the stairs down.
Mhm.
But that's the only one that you saw. Like from the you can see it out of the corner of Icebreaker's room. It's diagonal on the wall, and then pointed at the entrance to this hallway that has all of the holding cells.
Okay, so I relay that information to Callisto.
Do a quick sweep for me and check for any others that are between your position and the sewers, aside from the one at the door.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'll let Icebreaker know. Hey, Icebreaker.
Yep.
I'm doing a camera sweep for Callisto. I'm not leaving. I'll be right back. She just needs to know where the cameras are. So
Okay.
I'm still here. And I take off.
Okay. You make your way back through the vents, and you come out into the main hallway. You spot the camera that you already know is there. And there's another one at the top of the stairway coming from the first floor.
Okay, and what's its status?
Currently on, and it's pointed down
Mm-hmm.
to get the anybody who would be coming up from the basement.
Okay.
Okay, so there's camera like just around the door in from the sewers.
Mhm.
The stairs going up have a camera pointing down. And then in the hallway that you can get in from that stairwell, there is a camera pointed at the stairs coming down from from that stairwell. Okay, so I have 3 cameras to worry about.
Yes.
All right. Plan is formed.
What is going on the first floor?
An ambulance has shown up, and they have they've been asking a few questions. Law enforcement has also shown up and started asking questions, and there's a lot of speculation from people. You're hearing pressures of the job must have gotten to him too quickly. You're hearing everything from I heard he did it because he's having an affair to any number of random things that are thrown out. Somebody mentions a merger that may have gone wrong, and it's a whole lot of speculation and chaos, attempting to be controlled by the security office. And the officers therein who are just kind of keeping people at a distance while he is being loaded into the back of this ambulance. As you learn, he is alive. They're giving him life-saving measures at the current moment, but he is alive.
And it is confirmed that it is Dimitri.
Yes,
Okay.
that is very quickly figured out by the security officers and then eventually the crowd of people.
Okay. I do not relay this information at the moment.
I was about to say, do
Fair enough.
you burst a crystal bubble? But no.
Are you kidding? That's even better.
Revenge.
Crystal wants to play some more.
Yeah.
That also, I'm now someone's nemesis.
Oh God.
Okay, but could you imagine if you could get him to fall for it a second time?
Literally. Oh,
Yeah, just fall, literally.
Damn it, Katie.
I will. Hey, Connor, is there any word on, I don't know, security people, anything of that nature on the way up here? Or do I just get to hang out in the Umbra up here? Because
Did I overhear any security going like reinforced upstairs?
You heard one call having somebody sent to investigate anything in the upper floors. So someone is going to the upper floor. You don't know how many someone's.
There is a contingent of unknown number heading upstairs to investigate.
all right, well, if they come across the Umbra, I will let you know. I don't actually want to start a fight with them. Like not if they're not, you know.
Not if they're not active.
Bomery-ish. I don't know what the not if they're not all Baney.
I believe Bane-ridden is the term you're looking for.
No, Baney is definitely the term I was looking for.
Fair enough.
My immediate thought is to make a joke. Albany. I'm pretty sure the phrase for that's Albanian.
Callisto,
Yes.
you have arrived. You put your vehicle in park in, I assume, the nearest parking structure.
Yeah, it's the nearby parking garage, and I'm heading my way down into the sewers.
Okay. Getting into the sewers, easy enough. It's just lift a manhole and go down.
Yep. Callisto will say, Connor, I need you to make sure whoever's watching the cameras isn't paying attention to the ones I'm about to blind.
I do not know where the camera room is. I'm still in the main lobby.
Fair enough. Well, just gonna have to hope then. I hope they're distracted by their CEO falling out a window.
Look, if they're not distracted by their CEO falling out a window, then it happens too often here.
All right.
Another Tuesday.
Callisto, as she left her truck, left with her hand crossbow, her axe, her knives, and several strips of leather, like wide square panels of leather, basically. And
I don't know why, but my brain assumed you were going to say bacon after the word strips.
Big strips of bacon.
She's pierced two of them with a couple of her bolts all the way down to the fletching. And she's got a third one that she's got in her hand with a nail and the pommel of her axe.
Okay.
Her immediate plan for the outside camera, she's going to sidle up to it and then like nail the first strip of leather over into the wall above the camera to cover the lens with the leather.
Okay. Roll me Dex and Stealth, difficulty 6, to get that hung up without being seen by the camera.
Also, notably, I position myself so I can see the door to that closet, so I can alert if someone, like, if security starts heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
Noted.
Dex and stealth. This is not a roll I make often.
Connor just starts weaving around their ankles, like,
I have literally one
Pay
die in
attention
stealth.
to me.
Two successes though.
2 successes. You managed to sneak and nail that into the wall. It takes a few swings, but it's in there and flops over the front of the camera.
All right. The second two cameras are significantly more tricky. That's what the crossbow is for.
Okay.
First up is the door inside locked.
No.
Cool. She's got the position of the camera as instructed to her, so her goal is open door as quickly as possible, lean in, and just fire the first crossbow bolt with attached leather, basically into the mooring of the first camera, so that the shaft basically hangs the leather over the lens.
Okay. You can give me a regular attack roll at an increased difficulty of 2.
All right.
So up to difficulty 8.
And she's going to spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. Again, you're able to sneak in and be noticed for half a second before launching your cover.
And then check the door to the downstairs. Is that one locked?
Also, no.
Cool. Same procedure with the third camera.
Okay.
And
Same
we'll
roll.
Also spend another willpower on this because making sure that the cameras are taken out is the most important part of this plan. Three successes.
3 successes. Yep. Again, just thunk into the wall behind it to drape over.
And then she walks over to through the hallway in towards Icebreaker's cell.
And you walk past a large room filled with dozens of generators. Way more than this building could probably use. And walking through that onto the only other room in here, you are greeted with a blindingly white room. Tiles almost lit up. And both sides of this room are lined with glass walls. At the far end is another door. And there is an offshoot in between. There's 8 cells in total in here, and after the first 4 is a crossroad with 2 doors on either side. And at the end of the hallway is Icebreaker's cell.
No.
As you are walking through, you are startled by the sound of a being throwing itself against the wall and screeching.
Yeah. Spot those ones. Well, I see what they meant by not being in spirals. Jesus, you
They
look like
look-
crap.
This looks like if a regular Garou got mange and then rolled around in a dumpster for about 5 years.
You guys look like crap. All right.
Walking, you see 2 more of those creatures. The first 2 remaining in Krynos, the third one a large wolf that is just sort of upsetting to look at.
Ugh.
And then Icebreaker in the far corner.
Yeah, she'll walk over to Icebreaker's cell.
He is badly beaten. One of his eyes is caved in and is swollen over. And there is a bright silver collar around his neck. He is talking and you can't hear anything.
You look like shit, she says through the glass. I obviously can't
And-
hear what his response is, but
He turns and looks at you, and doesn't. He says something, and you see his mouth move, but don't hear anything. And there's taking a look at the side panel. It's pretty intuitive. You press a button, and you're able to get speech out.
she'll hit the button.
Like 3 hours, so I don't know how long they're planning on keeping me.
Well, presumably until you die or they run out of use for you. So let's fix that, shall we?
I mean, I guess I can. I'm assuming you mean escape, not like fast track the dying thing.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
here to get you out of here.
Okay.
What's
You
the
hear-
what's the
hear
what's the what's the degree of the gauntlet around here?
It's lower if the worm taint is higher, correct? Or is it the opposite way?
I mean it depends.
It's basically how
really.
thin are the walls. The worm tank can do both. It's basically how thin are the walls between reality and the Umbra in this particular area. Lower is the walls are thinner.
Like if this is a place where spiritual energy, even if it's worm spiritual energy, is strong, like a corrupted cairn or something like that, it's going to be a lower one. If it's going to be a place where the weaver is particularly strong, then good luck.
Yeah, like
Difficulty 4.
Yeah, the weaver tends to make the gauntlet thicker rather than the worm. Cool. Cool. So Callisto uses open seal. And so she just reaches up to the door, puts a hand into the glass, and just pulls, and the door and the seal just opens.
Usually icebreakers sit up. Yeah, that'll work. And he stands up and limps out. It looks like his leg definitely going to take a bit. He needs to shift. He needs to shift.
Callisto
that
looks
leg
at how
does not bend
Callisto,
that way.
Callisto looks at how beaten up he is. Can I trust you not to go frenzy if I get that collar off you?
Oh, I'll do my best.
She's gonna get a look at him and see how in control he seems through that beating.
Give me what's an empathy difficulty 6.
2 successes.
2 successes. It's probably not going to be that difficult.
Okay.
From the experiences you've had with Icebreaker, I mean, Icebreaker's been yelled at in front of you and has had no knee-jerk reaction to anything. So you're hoping this should be okay.
Okay. Yeah, she just reaches up, grabs the back of the collar, it unlatches, and she opens it.
Yeah. You have in your possession a silver collar, and
This might be useful at some other point, but right now it's going to give my hands a rash. She wraps it in another sheet of leather and puts it away. This entire time, by the way, she's been in
Arthur.
Arthrin, yes. Yeah.
I need a perception and alertness check, difficulty 6, from Callisto and Kiri.
Perception alertness difficulties.
Oh, I can do that for you.
Please.
3.
3 successes. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yay, now it's
you both hear the sounds of footsteps. These, Carrie, do not sound like the same footsteps you heard earlier. This is not hard sole onto metal tile. That is foot on metal tile.
It's time to move.
I'm gonna go through the vents. I'll see you guys outside.
And Callisto's going to start ushering Icebreaker out of here.
There is a slam from the doorway as a 9-foot tall creature looms through. It looks mangy. It is rabid.
Is it one of the side doors or the door to the sewers?
The door to the sewers.
All right.
So you're exit.
Yeah. All right. Time to deal with this.
How we doing?
Got a fairball to put down, and then we'll be out.
All right.
Are we rolling initiative in this particular instance?
Yes.
To be clear, the furball isn't the one we came to rescue, right?
Nope, worm furball.
Where's the stat
That
block?
doesn't mean it's not that doesn't mean at this point it's not the one we came to rescue.
It is not Icebreaker.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, Callisto's ready.
Yeah, you're gonna go before him. Yeah, so it is your turn.
Actually, Callisto was just given a new toy.
Okay.
So she's gonna pull out that leather, flip it so that it's bare, and just try and slam that collar around this thing's neck.
Give me Dex and Brawl. Difficulty 6.
Let's go roll for punch. Have assuming flow like the river applies, have a lot of successes.
So this thing, you square up, you reach around, you flip out the leather collar, and this thing charges at you, and you just very, very serenely just clink. It slammed in over its throat. And there is a yowl as this thing backs up, slams against the wall, and shifts into that wolf form.
Down, boy. Let's get out.
That what the fuck are these things? And as Icebreaker is following you, he just turns around and gives a swift kick to the face of this thing and keeps walking.
Yeah.
He does stumble and have to hold on to you to do so, but manages to keep going. And in about a minute, you are out in the sewers with him.
Shut the door. Bend the handle so that it can't be opened normally. Because I am still in super strong form.
Yep. Give me strength and athletics, difficulty 7, to just bend that out of shape.
Two successes.
2 successes. It takes you a second, but you bend it so it won't open.
And she just retrieves the one bit of leather that she could reach with a hand as the two of them are walking past and getting away.
Okay. Meanwhile,
which also conveniently means that the only camera that is not covered is the one that indicates which exit they left by.
Crystal,
Yep.
as you are waiting upstairs, about 5 security officers come upstairs and head straight for Dimitri's office.
Are they on the material side?
Oh, they are.
I'm not looking on the material side currently.
Never mind.
I'm specifically waiting to see if they send something nasty up. Actually, no, I'd like to undo that if possible.
Okay.
I would like to try and get across the gauntlet so I can get into get into Dimitri's office and take his computer.
Okay.
And be hidden somewhere before they show up. Yeah.
So difficulty of the gauntlet here is 4.
I do not want to get stuck, so I am spending another willpower. Because it would be just my goddamn luck. After I managed to make to make one of the big bads jump out of a window, to then try and do something as simple as, oh, gauntlet. And then when the securities come up, they see me stuck halfway through. Okay, I shunk.
Yep.
Walk into the office. Look around. I'm assuming that the computer is easy enough to find.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it is a desktop, but it's a professional business desktop, so it's about this big.
Yep.
And can just
That
have all
goes
the
into my
storage stripped
pocket.
out and taken.
Yep. And then I am strange question. Is Dimitri an artist of any kind? Does he have art supplies in here at all?
There are a number of drafting tools. It looks like he also does blueprinting. So there's a lot of rolled up papers in the corner. But a lot of it is blueprints of dig sites.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab those too, first of all. But I'm just gonna grab then like a dry erase marker, something like that. And on the window like behind his desk, I'm just gonna do the Kilroy was here.
Oh, the dude leaning over the wall with a nose.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my god.
Kilroy's here, and then I'm gonna write down at the bottom, and he fucked up your shit. And then I am going to huh.
Can't go back through the gauntlet with that computer.
Nope. Is there just one elevator up here, or is there like, can I go down while they're coming up?
Yes, there are 2 elevators and there is a staircase.
Okay.
Which, having heard from Carrie, this doesn't that staircase would not go all the way down. It would get
okay.
you to the 25th floor, and you'd have to go down from there.
Cool.
But you can take an elevator down.
Okay. I'm going to try and do this quickly because I understand they are on the way up, but I am going to he's got blueprinting supplies, so he's going to have some kind of string or the like. I'm going to take the string and tack it in on one side and tack it in on the other side, so it is about a foot off the ground in front of the elevator that they're going to be coming out, and then I'm going in mine.
Okay. And as you descend from the top floor with a lot of confidential secrets from Endron, that is where we will take our break. Remember, When we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around a little bit, do whatever you need to do, and we will be back in just a few minutes after these commercial messages.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, so Crystal, you arrive on the first floor
Yep.
without any issues. There's no Captain America elevator scene.
I mean, that would have been fun, but yeah, best not. There would be less shield bashing and more gunshots to the head.
Yeah.
And that would make it a little bit harder to get out the front door.
Yeah, that was always Cap's weakness of not, just bodying a person every once in a while.
Like, look, he used guns in the first movie. He was in war. Like,
Be like
just
Captain
borrow
America.
one from Nat, for Christ's sake.
And then we just became Mr. Blunt Force Trauma.
Civil
I think his usual reasoning is I'm not in an actual like war at this point. I'm not using that level of lethal force on like busting
all I can
criminals.
think of it just means escalation of force is okay when it's Nazis.
I mean, yeah, escalation of force is okay when it's Nazis specifically.
Yep.
To be fair, it was Hydra agents, so they were
I was
Nazis.
like, what did you call
but he
everything that
didn't-
you fucking fought, Captain America? Like,
He didn't know that at the time in the elevator.
I'm just
Anyways,
Regardless.
Anyway, yes. I am. When I step out, is there perhaps a group of people that I could just slip into? If
Oh,
not, I am fine with just walking out the front door like there's nothing wrong. But
yes, it is.
okay, I will step into
Salary
them
man, your way
and
out the door.
Salary man, my way out the fucking door. It is. Let me look at this again because I
As long as the crowd of at least 3 other people, I think.
Yep, and it is always active. It is anybody who is looking for me. The difficulty is increased by 3, and I just look like one of a number of them, and I am casually, even whistling, I think, on my way out the door.
I try to follow Crystal out the door, but it doesn't go well.
You are picked up just before making your exit, and then walked out, and then walked to the end of the street by someone and dropped.
I look at them like they're rude.
Dare you?
I stopped just outside the door watching this while you drop, and then very vocally point, "Bad kitty." And then I saunter my way with a little bit of sway down the street and around the corner to where the bitchmobile is.
Okay.
I have info. I have info.
You do.
That
And,
is through totem speak.
be right there.
About a minute after you, Crystal, a crow flies through an open door, and eventually
Callisto is taking Icebreaker to her car and just getting him back to the cairn. Like, she's not waiting time to meet up. This guy needs to be back before the werewolves lose their patience.
100%.
Carrie is going to get to where is going to follow Crystal. Go to is a bitchmobile parked in an alley?
I believe so. I believe it's parked in an alley next near the bar.
Near the bar. Carrie is going to take that moment to, for the first time in fucking forever, shift back into human form, total and complete human form.
Okay. And you can safely get into the bitchmobile. And where are y'all headed?
We have everybody at this point.
Except Callisto.
I'm sorry, my side froze for a second. What was up?
Um,
You have everybody
I'm not
except for
going
Callisto,
anywhere
brother.
until I know Callisto is out.
Yeah,
Okay.
over the totem phone. Once they're in the car, Callisto will say over the totem phone, "I've got Icebreaker. I'm taking him back to the cairn before the wolves get antsy."
All right.
right.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Your place, Callisto?
Sure.
All right, we'll see you there.
Okay. You all drive away from Endron. The Bitchmobile, you all get back at a fairly reasonable time. You open the door. The sound of running water can be heard. It appears to be coming from the kitchen. As
What did you do as I'm walking in?
there is a raccoon perched on the side of the sink, who is taking food from a large pile on the left side of the sink and adding it to a large pile of food on the right side of the sink after he grabs it, dips it through the water that is still running and running onto the floor of the kitchen, and then adding it to the clean pile. Notably, some of this food is just packaged, so there's no way he could, like, washing it does nothing, but still.
Seriously, what the fuck, dude?
Huh?
Why are you putting everything through the wash?
Because the food has to get clean before it gets eaten.
The cardboard is disintegrating.
Yeah, clean.
No, useless.
He stops for a minute and grabs a soggy box and just rips it open and shoves his mouth into it.
Over totem phone. How about instead of arguing, you turn off the water first?
So Callisto,
I'm sorry. The what? Callisto says. Callisto says over the totem phone.
Nothing. Everything is fine. Your home is not damaged in any way, shape, or form.
You might
I
have
will
to go
hold-
grocery shopping though.
And to everybody else, I'm absolutely like shh verbally.
I will hold you to that by the time I get back.
Look, anything that happens to your home is not on me. It was like that before I got here.
I found it like this.
Stop talking, you dimwit.
Everything is fine. Go drop off the angry furball before you become one.
They're gonna be an angry furball when they get here because you.
They're
won't
already an angry furball. That was the irony of the statement.
I will point out the descriptor of Garal as slow to anger, except in very specific situations, including when their home is threatened.
You're not wrong. This is not this from Crystal is not based on being a Garal, the furball part is, and more on Callisto being Callisto.
Fair. Yep, so the water is turned off and Ringtail is sufficiently satisfied. And unless stopped, we'll continue to wash things.
Callisto turns off the water.
Carrie, you mean?
Carrie, whoever I am.
Callisto turns off the water. We're
Pick
gonna have
one.
a problem.
Pick one. Carrie turns off the water. Looks at what can be salvaged from the pile of washed things. Picks out what can be salvaged. Was there anything in there that can be salvaged, or is it all trash?
Yeah, a lot of this is like there's some plastic bottles, plastic containers. You see the things that well, what Ringtail's currently munching on is a slowly disintegrating box of dry macaroni and cheese. So he's just crunching away at that. But anything in a cardboard box, not going to be salvageable.
Okay.
So about a quarter of this gets thrown away. There's a few cake mixes. There is a box of cookies that needs thrown away.
Oh my.
Two
Oh,
other
Jesus.
boxes of pasta.
Crystal, it's Carrie. Whoever I am is having an identity crisis. Carrie just all of a sudden breaks into Spanish. It is like, ay, Dios mío, su mapache estúpido. Ah! Like, it was like, oh my God, you stupid raccoon. And
I don't know that people speak.
I will also switch. I will also switch to Spanish, which I do not speak, so I'm not going to try. And just say, relax. We're going to blame it all on the raccoon, anyways.
No. See, I spent a good number of years at the wrong end of a chancla of my
Mhm.
abuela. Okay, flip flop.
Yes, I know. I know.
Eh,
I know that much, Jose.
Okay,
Uh,
sorry, it's automatic thing.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I spent the wrong side of a chancla for much of my early childhood. And I am more afraid of mi abuela than Callisto, just by that much. Okay? And I don't want to see her flip flop. Okay?
First of all, I kind of do. Because
Okay, then
that's
you know
gonna be
what?
hot. I'm not gonna lie. Second of all, what are you gonna do?
It's called a garbage bag. And it's called,
No, he's not gonna learn if we do it for him.
okay, then put him in the garbage bag too. What do you want?
I don't like the sounds of this.
This
Listen,
is
you can
all
have a-
in Spanish, by the way.
He can still say he doesn't like the sound of it based on the
That
way the
does not
conversation.
change his
That's fair. That is absolutely fair. Make him do it.
Connor sitting on the counter as a cat, tail waving slowly. Also not speaking Spanish, only catching a few words.
Here. Look over Ringtail. Ringtail, sweetie.
Yeah.
Bubby.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Wonderful little mascot / totem ORs.
You're being too nice.
You do understand human speech. We're gonna need you to clean all of this up, because if you don't, number one, we're not doing it, and number two, if you don't, we are telling Callisto the truth about what happened, and that it was you
Oh.
who fucked up her house.
I did no such thing. All I did was make sure all of the food was able to be eaten.
Okay. Carrie's just gonna like,
Yep. Take over, Mom.
shut it.
Good start.
Listen. I'm a mother. I got this. Shut it. You listen. I understand that you are trying to do a good thing. That, yes, raccoons wash their food.
Mhm.
People don't do that for all of their food
Why?
because some of it is already protected. Okay, the things that are in boxes or the things that are in containers do not need to be washed. Now, if it's a fruit or a vegetable or like an apple or a squash or a carrot or something like that, we can wash those. Those are fine. Okay, but if it's in a container, it does not need to be washed. So now this is a whole lot of food that we can't eat anymore because you put it under the water and it's mulch.
You broke the food.
Oh no.
You were trying to help.
Yeah. So
Now we are trying to help you. We are trying to help you survive.
We are trying to help you live.
So I am going to open a big trash bag. Okay. And the stuff that we can no longer eat is going in the trash bag. And Crystal is going to get some towels. She's going to
like nodding over at Crystal.
So Crystal, towels so you can clean up the water off the floor because that's very dangerous.
To be clear, so you can clean up the water on the floor.
Crystal is
I'm getting towels,
get
but I
towels.
am not cleaning the fucking
I-
floor because I am not the maid.
Bitch, I didn't tell you to clean the floor.
I'm talking.
You go
I'm
get the
talking to the
fucking towel.
raccoon. I'm talking to the raccoon. Still,
No,
Oh, I really messed up, didn't I?
no, you
it's okay.
you meant well. And there's a human saying. Have you ever heard the road to hell? Yada yada yada.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
You built an expressway to the third ring.
But that's a really upsetting saying. I don't know if I like that. You humans have such awful things you say to each other.
We do.
First of all, not human.
Right. Your language
just-
has awful
I'm not
things you say to each other.
I'm not a human. I just play one on TV. But
I know
yes,
that
you're
one,
not
that's
wrong.
the box. That's the box thing.
That is the box thing.
Yes.
Now I'm going to go get you your towels for you to use after you do the first thing.
So Carrie gets the trash bags, opens one up, and says, because she will hold the trash bag because little bitty raccoon arms.
Yeah,
But
there's
like-
some things that are just needed.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, go ahead.
And yeah, Ringtail will start cleaning up the trash. Meanwhile, on a much different note, to Callisto, you are driving Icebreaker back to the cairn, and he is silent for most of the way. But you get
Once we get outside the confines of most civilization, she'll just go ahead and look over. You can go ahead and take a Glabro now if you want to start mending that damage.
and he does shift, and you feel the truck bed dip a little as he gains about 6 inches of height and about 200 pounds, and you hear bones snapping back into place as his leg fixes itself, and he bites down on his own lip to the point where blood comes out and then goes right back in from regeneration. That's better. Everything seems to be in the right place.
You mind telling me how exactly they caught you by surprise?
They drove up with the truck, started launching, and then they threw one of those things at us.
Those things that I took out with to be fair, one of their own collars in one go?
We fought it like a regular Garu, and it wasn't. I'm surprised you got the drop on it so quick.
I tend to do that when things think they can take me.
We got overwhelmed very fast with 4 other individuals and that launching deer slugs, and it all happened really quickly, and before I knew it, I wasn't thrown into the back of a van with a collar strapped over my neck.
No markings on that van?
Nope, plain white panel van.
Interesting. You didn't get a name off the mad scientist fellow that Carrie was talking about, did you?
Jacobson. His
That's
last
something-
name is Jacobson.
Something to look into.
He talked about cloning us, or
Yeah, that's a
making
process
copies.
that- I'm assuming that's where whatever those things came from.
I'm closest thing to non-natural Garu I've ever seen. Things put fucking spirals to shame. Not that that's any better, but they could have been, because we thought it was a spiral to begin with, but then it didn't talk back to us, and even I don't know how well acquainted with the Black Spiral dancers you are, but they never really give up the chance to brag, or at least make it known that they're doing their thing.
In my rare experience, they don't tend to get a chance to talk much.
I bet that is often the way most of your fights go.
When you specialize in pinning something, usually shutting them up is real quick on the menu.
I can see that. We got caught unawares, and things
they
didn't
loading
go our
silver?
way. What?
Were they loading silver?
I know at least one of them had silver. I don't know if more than one of them had silver.
You took deer slugs. Were they silver?
I didn't take silver bullets.
Fair enough.
I could hear the silver being shot into thunder, though. Sorry, black blood.
Thunder. I know her by thunder as well.
Yeah, but we're supposed to use deed names outside of the cairn. You know how things go.
I don't actually. At least not on that level. You might be surprised, but the Guru aren't exactly super talkative about their general policies with the Gural, and we don't have a deed name thing that you guys do.
So you just go by your birth name?
Sometimes there's another name that we pick up, but it's not related to any specific deed so much as it is something about our personality and the way we're seen by people. Oldest of bears is, he's the oldest of bears. That's why we call him that.
And I assume you don't have a moniker then.
Bear Lady of Greenwood's about the closest thing I've got.
Wait, that's you? I should have put that together way sooner. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget the mundane things around you. Not that you're mundane in any way, shape, or form, but
you forget that the human folk tales often reflect real life. They are going to let me have it at the cairn.
I think
I
they'll
didn't-
be happy to have you back.
I didn't spill any secrets. I didn't talk.
Good.
I don't know what they would. I don't know what our cairn, our sept would do if I had talked. So,
Judging by
imagine-
past history, it probably wouldn't be good.
yeah.
I believe they call them punishment rights.
But hopefully it'll all be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm sure.
At the moment, I'm suspecting that they'll be happy that you're back more than anything.
I can see that.
At least Thunder will be. I don't know about the rest, but
How did y'all even learn about this?
Thunder came to
Just
us.
now realizing I'm kind of shocked that Doom of the Mountain didn't send anyone.
Thunder came to me specifically.
Really? On her own?
Yep.
Okay. Never seen that girl ask for help a day in her life. You should feel special. She doesn't even. She takes everything on herself and doesn't like anyone to lend a hand. Says it shows weakness.
Yeah, well, we had a bit of a heart-to-heart when she decided to try and kill me.
Yeah, usually that's a pretty good time to figure things out. You eventually pull up to the cairn, or at least the woods that the cairn are in.
Yeah.
And as Icebreaker gets out of the truck, Twin Rivers and Blossoming Dancer break the tree line, and Blossoming Dancer crosses a 30-foot distance in about 3 steps and just tackle hugs Icebreaker.
Told you.
Our cairn owes you a debt of gratitude, says Twin Rivers as he walks over, a little bit more composed than Blossoming Dancer.
If you don't mind, I'll walk with you back so I can give Doom of the Mountains a report.
Yeah, by all means. I'll lead the way. And they guide you through to the cairn. Doom of the Mountains is, you can see Doom of the Mountains. He's always in that, every time you've come to the cairn, he's in that wolf form. And he's currently in between all 4 of the, or he's sitting in front of the totem with Thunder at his side. And he is turned talking to her. And then every once in a while we'll turn back to the totem, and then back to Thunder.
It's worth noting, Callisto had not dropped out of Arthrin until literally crossing over into the cairn, at which point she finally shifts back down into Hamid.
Okay. So yeah, you get a little shorter in stature and lose a couple 100 pounds.
Yep.
But yeah, Doom of the Mountain does, after the 3rd time he's turned and said something to Thunder, does a quick perimeter sweep, and then on his sweep back through, his eyes land on you. And he and Thunder begin walking your way. Icebreaker intercepts about halfway gets in between the two of them, and then shifts into a pure white wolf and starts talking at them. You don't understand it.
I don't speak the wolf version of the high tongue, so
Yep. And Doom of the Mountains shifts and starts walking towards you. Not an angry look, but very determined look. He steps in front of you. Icebreaker told me what you did and what you've seen, and I just want to say thank you for stepping in and preventing me from making a mistake.
good. I'll chalk it up on the tally.
I don't think I owe you too many things at this point, do I?
That depends on if you're taking the historical view or not.
Thunder shifts into Hamid form. Nope, that's my debt to take on.
But in this particular case, I'm just glad to return one of your members.
Again, thank you. We
Thank you-
could have
thank
done
you.
it, but I understand that you and your team have a different set of skills.
Yeah, and we managed to get in, get him out, and leave without causing too much collateral damage.
He nods. Though, now that they have seen that a cairn is out here, or at least they know wolves are in the area, they're going to be relentless.
Yeah, something tells me they're going to be a little disorganized for a minute.
He does the canine head tilt.
Let's just say the command structure got a little bit disoriented.
I see. Shaking up the ranks, as it were.
At least for a bit.
Good.
It'll take him a minute to reorganize, assuming if anything comes out of it, but it'll probably take them a minute to reorganize and get back on their feet before they start moving forward again, which gives us more time to investigate and make plans.
And I guess I will leave you and your pack to it.
Like I said, there's going to come a point when it's time to get loud, and that's when I'll need your assistance.
Just one thing I can assure you of is that we know how to be loud.
Just keep an eye on those sites. Don't
I've-
let them get anywhere near.
I have upped patrols of Pyramid Peak. And I have made sure that there is always at least 3 Garu there at any given point in time.
Don't let any kind of excavation work get done anywhere near there.
That's the plan. Here's hoping, you know.
All right. Well, it's about time I get back to my menagerie.
That's the word you use for him. Got it. Okay.
I imagine everybody's got their own term when it's all one changing breed, but it's a good term for interbreed groups.
Good luck to you and your menagerie then. If you don't mind, we need to have a small discussion with Icebreaker.
Don't be too hard on him. He stood up pretty well, all things considered.
All things considered, the fact that I had no idea what we were fighting, yeah. Things went pretty well.
Just know, if you fly off too quick, the danger is only going to get greater. They know about you, you don't know about them. It's time to study and learn.
I hate to say it, but I think I have to agree with you. Because I don't want that to be true.
Well, fortunately, we're here to help. We're here to help all of Gaia's children, and that includes you all. If we learn anything that you need to know, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Sincerely, thank you.
And she'll start making her way out.
You are unaccosted and allowed to leave.
And she'll head back home.
Okay. Ringtail.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Ringtail does actively, especially since you're right there making him, help clean up the trash and get that all squared away.
As soon as the towels are brought out and then just kind of dropped on the floor next to the mess, Crystal is then going over and starting to look through blueprints and
Okay.
plugging in computer.
Yep. You see one of the ones that you pull is dated 2022. And then there's a big black X drawn through the blueprints. Reading the breakdown, what you're holding currently is the blueprints for the drilling site in Louisiana that got shut down.
Okay.
There is also drilling site blueprints for somewhere out in Colorado.
Okay.
There's blueprints for near Glacier Park in Montana. And then the last one is not the blueprint of a dig site, but the blueprint of a drill.
Okay. And these are dated, besides the 2022 one, where are the rest of these dated?
The one for Montana is dated 2023. And the one for Colorado is dated for 2024, January of 2024.
Okay.
And then the drill seems like this blueprint was dated and drawn a few days ago, about 5 days ago.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
Connor's also looking at the blueprints.
Connor, you know computy stuff, right?
Nods.
Enhance.
Can you... I need you to do something for me, and I don't think you can do it. Are you still Cat?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it in that form. I need this computer to not be able to access the internet.
Connor.
And I can pull, like, I can make sure that it's not plugged in, but I know it's not that easy. I just don't know what to do beyond that.
Connor.
Basically, is that easy?
No, it's not, because fucking there could be an internal Wi-Fi card. There could be anything that
There's no
they've
Wi-Fi to
ins-
connect to out here.
There could be stuff that they have installed that can allow them to access other stuff or their own networks.
So yeah, Connor will step away from stuff.
Yep.
And then shift back to Hamid. And
Okay.
opens up the computer, checks for internal connection cards, and
Yeah, you could literally just pull the NIC out and that'll be fine. But
Yeah, absolutely. It's just Crystal does not know how to do that.
Go ahead and give me intelligence and computer difficulty 6. This is kind of standard. Yeah, it takes you probably about 2 minutes. You pull out a screwdriver, you crack open the side, you find what you're looking for, and just take it out.
literally just pulling out the network interface card, it can no
Yep.
longer network with any other computer.
Yep.
And if that wasn't enough, I do have a specialization in communications technology.
Yeah, with those 3 successes, that'll
That'd be
Okay.
4
They'll turn into
successes.
4.
Four.
Yeah.
Alternative 4. Those
Oh,
are
I
2
didn't-
10s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 10s. Yeah, that's 4 successes.
He
Yeah, it's-
he does kunk 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 kunk. There, we're good.
You have a sudden feeling like the question of how many times has he done this to know that?
Yeah.
Then you very quickly banish that thought.
I just picture Connor going, it's like, I could have done this as a cat.
Unfortunately, no, because you kind of need the opposable thumbs to actually
Yeah,
grab all
yeah.
the stuff.
you need to be able to grab the card and pull it out of its slot.
I mean, I guess technically you could use your claws to do enough damage to the network interface card that it wouldn't work anymore. But that's just a pain in the ass.
All I can
Anyway,
the other thought that come to mind is like Connor just with both paws just reaches in and clamps on it.
I hover my finger over the power button.
It's like, yeah, should be good.
All right, let's see what the dead man's computer has.
Oh, he's not dead.
Really?
Unless he died en route to the hospital or at the hospital. Like when he was taken away, he wasn't in good shape, but he was still not dead.
He's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be so angry. You don't understand. On the other side, he was getting eaten on by a Bane. He's gonna
Oh,
be
one of
so
those, yeah.
angry.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark here. But you don't seem too torn up about this.
I've had people who called me their nemesis. But I've not had somebody actually think of me of their nemesis before. Usually it's some wolf who's angry because I made them look dumb, or I told their elder what stupid thing that they did that I definitely did not entrap them into doing. That sort of thing.
So, taking another stab in the dark here, this is like a bucket list item for you, right?
A high level person in a worm company who's an actual Fomori having this what I will assume is this level of rage towards me. I've made it. I've finally made it.
It's all downhill from here, right?
No, it's only further uphill. Until I run out of road, and then it's not downhill, it's straight down. Ironically, much like Dimitri just did. The only question is whether I've managed to obtain a parachute at that point, or somebody I can put below me as I fall to do the whole splat thing and cushion my fall.
Harry, who is tired of being the adult in this situation, is just going to start laughing her ass off. Just like,
This is like too bad. It's not just an ego thing. It's an ego thing, but it's not just an ego thing.
bitch, don't lie. It's an ego thing.
No, it's not just an ego thing. I just said it is partially an ego thing. Also, the angrier this fucker gets at me, the less he is. We understand that Jared is no longer here, right?
Correct. Right.
The
Jared
body is there, but what is piloting the body is a spirit of pure worm entropy, madness, etc. They are unstable in the best of situations when they have a reason to get angry, because they can get angry at the level that the Guru do.
Mhm.
When they have a reason to get angry, all logical thought processes are going to go out the fucking window with that dude. And if he's still alive, if they keep him alive, that means they still see use to him, which probably means he will still have some level of authority within Endron, and he will be so fucking unhinged that he's not going to do the smart things anymore.
Also, just to add salt in the wound when he finds out that we got the Guru out.
That and when he goes up and realizes that I took his computer and his favoriteest drawings is in the whole world. Them holding up the blueprints.
Yeah, Callisto has a blueprint of a large drill.
Oh.
The
So-
level of
I don't know why Callisto
hatred.
has it, but
Or not Callisto,
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yes,
So
the pure level of hatred that is going to be coursing through this motherfucker's body. Like I don't know if you've ever no, you haven't. We know your situation. You never want to see it. It is not a good thing. And I've never caused it, nor would I ever want to. But there is a level of rage, of frenzy that a Guru can do where they are no longer acting as the righteous, angry hand of Gaia anymore, and they are possessed by the fury of the worm.
I mean, I think I've gotten pretty close. I did work in a hair salon full of gossiping bitches. He was spilled, my friend. Wigs were snatched.
Did you devour every living thing in front of you after putting it down?
Oh, me personally, no. But I mean,
I
And
wouldn't
that's
put it past some other people.
I will put it past some other people.
that's the least vile of the options.
I mean, that's why we kept popcorn in the back room, honestly.
this conversation's happening and Connor's just tippy tapping on the computer.
Okay.
Connor, what'd you find?
You found
Enhance.
That's
go
not
ahead
how
and give
computers
me,
work.
yeah, give me tech and computers difficulty 7.
Intelligence and computers, I'm assuming you mean?
Yes, intelligence
Tech and
computers.
technology.
I can
Harry,
I can words. I can words very well.
Harry, are you saying that the movies and TV shows lied to me?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes.
I don't know. What did they lie to you about?
You just can't enhance like a pixel by pixel image into full 4K.
Yes, and you can't solve a murder in 45 minutes.
Excuse me, I have to go kill some people in Hollywood. I'm kidding. Actually, no, that's not true. I do have to go kill some people in Hollywood, but that's low on the list, and that's only because of the scary movie, not scary movie. Scary movie is fine. Date movie, epic movie, superhero movie things. Somebody needs to pay in blood for those.
Okay, but Chica, we need you here right now.
Yeah, that's what
So
I said.
I'm gonna need
It's
your- I'm
low
gonna need-
priority.
I need your like focus right here.
Listen, that's been a need I've had for years. I that's for when if I happen to stop by the offices at some point.
Besides, I'm sure it is a big enough company that they're worm tainted enough to warrant it.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I don't know if those movies are of the worm, but they
we've
might
got
be worse than of the worm.
okay. So since we can't enhance, what do we have?
Yeah, what exactly do we have there now that we're done?
Extrapolating.
You haven't been able to find a lot at the current moment. You have found a copy of the document that Carrie mentioned, of the most recent contract to go through with a bunch of fake names and his signature at the bottom.
Who's it?
I'm assuming Dimitri.
Yes.
Dimitri? Okay.
And you are able to find 2 other contracts. One that is talking about in the Lake Elizabeth area or Isabella area.
Mhm.
A potentially a potentially oil-rich area within the woods there, which everybody can remember is where the Sept of the Pointing Stars is.
Is this one of the storytellers? Is one of the contracts that Carrie knows about through Donovan?
No, this is new to you.
This is new. Okay. Well, I knew about that one. That one, pointing to the Lake Isabella one, that one is new.
That one has not been signed by anyone. It looks like it is the draft of the contract to be sent out, but has not been fully initiated. It seems like it's dated for 2 days from now to be sent out.
So how many? So Carrie just starts counting in her head. How many contracts are we aware of by this point? 3, 4?
3 that or 2 that you have dug into here on the computer.
Yeah, 2 on the computer. One of them is the same that Donovan mentioned. The other one's new. And he mentioned one more. So that's 3 contracts.
Okay,
And
so
you can find way more on that computer. It will just take some digging and figuring out what you're looking at.
The third one that we know of is Pyramid Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, are they looking or do they know and they're trying to find extra things? That's the question.
The contract for Lake Isabella is land survey and review, so that they can determine whether it is this report is true and that they can actively go there and get oil.
So that sounds like they're looking.
Yeah.
They
You
think something
get
might
the
be there and
feeling-
it might be worth checking.
Yeah, you get the feeling that
Oil
They-
is code for worm spirit in ground.
yeah, which makes you wonder if there is potentially a bane underneath of the Sept of the Pointing Stars, Cairn.
That's a question for Callista when she gets back, if she can get a hold of Drinks
I
the River.
mean,
So I was under the I was not gonna lie, kind of assuming that they were a little single-minded here.
Looks like they're casting a wide net.
That makes it far more annoying. Because they can't just actually that's probably the part of their plan.
The shell game.
Little bit, yeah. If the Guru find out about this whole thing, they can't just dump all of their resources on one of these places. They're gonna have to protect all of them.
Hmm.
Gonna have to be a lot of boots on the ground. Ringtail says, garbled through mouthful of broken and chunky pasta in his mouth.
I mean, I
that-
do. Sorry, say that again.
Ringtail, what'd you say?
He's gonna need a lot of boots on the ground.
Yeah.
That said, my instinct, because we know Jared's connection to this whole thing is through Grandpappy Voldemort.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Oathbreaker.
It is. That's a nickname.
He who must not be named. And that seems like the specific one we're talking about, which I've got in my notes somewhere, but
Hellbreaker?
Yes. It seems too personal that wouldn't be the ultimate primary goal. Like,
So
It
you
might be the ultimate goal, but it'd also be suspicious, like from a governmental standpoint, if they were solely interested in that as a company.
it's
So
the
they
other,
might have needed stepping
other
stones
side.
to.
they're playing a long game.
maybe.
Well, go for the smaller fish first that you don't really want. You build a rapport. You build some trust, and then you go for the big fish. The white whale, so to speak.
Build trust with who? With
With regulating bodies.
oh yeah, okay, fair.
Like we have a record of not fucking everything up in our process of drilling. Let
Yeah,
us
but the-
drill here, please.
Yeah. I mean, it could be another version of that where what are the dates on these? Is there like proposed dates of drilling and shit like that?
The proposed date for Lake Isabella is about 3 months from now.
What about and the other ones are not at the stage where they would get that, right?
Um,
I thought the other
Here-
ones were already signed.
has already been signed and pushed through. They said within a month they should start
Okay.
drilling.
And for clarity, Lake Isabella is Hellbreaker.
No, that's
Correct.
Pyramid Lake.
That's Pyramid
Yeah,
Lake. Yeah,
Hellbreaker's
this is
in
where my confusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hellbreaker is under Pyramid Lake, and Lake Isabella is just where the Sept of the Pointing Stars is.
Right. I mean, that actually makes sense. You
Callisto will have another thought when she gets there, but
you get free the thing that can destroy the sept, and then you mine the sept and turn it into a you turn it into a fucking hive. A black spiral dancer Karen, basically.
Awful, disgusting places.
Yep.
You want to talk about true perversions of nature? Right here.
Thank you. I'll stick with my imagination for now. That's probably a lot more tame.
So
It's about this point you all can hear Callisto pull up.
Is the kitchen back in one piece?
Yeah. To a degree, it seems Ringtail has taken all of the towels, got all of the liquid soaked up, and left them in a pile there. And then has returned a majority of the food to whence it came. But is still working on the things he's trying to throw away.
listen, this is if it's not cleaned up in time, that's on the raccoon. We did our part. Yeah, I'm
Alright,
just gonna
You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. All right.
I will go over and just open the door for Callisto.
As the door's getting open, good luck, Ringtail. As Connor continues on the computer.
Callisto walks
How'd
inside.
it go?
Well, I once again proved that the wolves owe basically everything they have to the Garal, as I saved one of their members and
Hey, we help too. Don't you go taking all the credit. Actually, that's not true. You can take all the credit for the rescue you want. You just don't get to take the credit for Dimitri falling out of a fucking window.
I didn't even begin to.
Good.
I want credit for
'Cause
my
we-
reconnaissance and for staying in the fucking bird form for longer than I've ever done it.
You were a very skilled bird.
Thank
No, it's probably good you didn't get into that, because I would have to acknowledge that they have that Endron is being led by a kinfolk Fomeri, and we don't want to tell them that.
Did you get any useful information, by the way?
Yeah, there's a whole blueprints and computers and shit. By the way, Dimitri's alive, apparently.
Oh, fun.
No, it's fine.
that is not the level of enthusiasm you had just a few minutes ago. She is ecstatic. apparently she has waited her whole life to have a true nemesis.
I
Really?
mean, I am very ecstatic, but I've also gotten over the initial giddiness of it, and now it's just a permanent little bounce in my step.
Fair enough.
Come on, don't tell me that you don't tell me that you don't at least a little bit want to have made some worm creature so angry at you that you occupy every moment of a part of its mind.
Usually, I would rather make it dead before it gets the chance to do that.
Well, yes, but barring that,
And then once it's dead, I'll peck out its eyeballs.
no,
Dead is always an option.
no.
Still chewing a mouthful of pasta again.
Do not eat the worm corrupted body of
Go
all
easy.
the other eyes you want.
Go easy. I was joking.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not gonna eat spoiled food. Speaking of which,
Ringtail
Yeah,
has something to tell
Callisto
you,
says,
Callisto.
looking over at the kitchen, which is visible from the living room.
Ringtail is holding a very beleaguered box of pasta that looks to have been ripped open at a point, and he is routinely putting his mouth in and then chewing uncooked pasta. But he just goes, "I fixed it," and then walks back into the kitchen.
So you don't get left alone in my house anymore, is what I'm gathering.
That's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong.
Callisto walks into the kitchen.
you,
We're gonna work on
No.
your definitions of anything wrong.
you didn't do anything wrong. You did many things wrong.
No, to be clear, Ringtail didn't do anything purposely wrong. Did do things wrong, but didn't do anything purposely wrong. So it's much worse because this is helping.
Yeah, because if you know what, Carrie just throws her hands up and just like, nope, and just walks out of the kitchen before she goes back into
Callisto just
The
looks
older
around.
sister
Where
mode.
the hell are a quarter of my fucking groceries?
They
ask Ringtail.
makes sense now. And he flips out of the kitchen again.
What was that last line from Ringtail?
They make sense now. And you just start opening, and a lot of your groceries have just been moved into random spots. Like you open the drawer where your pots and pans are, and like 5 bottles of ketchup fall out, and your groceries are anywhere Ringtail could open a door and put them.
Callisto like leans against the counter, puts a hand to her forehead, inhale, exhale.
Look, it could have been worse.
The question is which counter, because it might be wet.
I say she puts her hands onto a wet countertop, lifts up her elbow.
Yeah, the sink is full, like you can tap the top of it, and it is straight across the counter.
It still could have been worse.
Remember what I said about flooding my house the last time when it was the bathroom that you were running the water in?
I was doing good. I was helping.
Listen. I get it. This is why my home is entirely mobile and doesn't include plumbing.
Ew.
Rest
Callisto-
stops are a thing.
Callisto reaches into the sink and pulls the plug on the bottom of the sink.
Like, imagine how bad things might be if we had ended up with a totem like, I don't know. I mean, in the everything being wet case, like narwhal or
There's a narwhal gonna come in the middle of the fucking woods.
I mean,
oh, you'd be surprised where you can
Only-
find narwhal sponsored packs.
if you ask them nicely, maybe.
But or duck or oh god, otter.
Hey, you leave otters out of this.
Listen,
Callisto,
we'll leave
you're
that
getting
there.
a phone call.
She looks down. Who's calling her?
Doc.
Picks up the phone. Hey, Doc.
Hey, you seen the news?
No, what's on it?
The Endron building.
What about it?
Apparently their CEO took a tumble this morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have heard about that from a different source.
I'm a source. I'm
On
a
the ground?
source.
Someone with boots on the ground, I guess.
Callisto looks over at Crystal. Does she wear boots?
She does.
What kind?
That is a good question. I have it marked somewhere, but they're cowboy boots. Heeled, obviously. When you look over, Chris says, I was not in my cowboy boots at the time because I was in Manabojo form and I was not on the ground. I was on the 30th floor. I was hanging out of the 30th floor. So no, you can legitimately say no. But I say
No.
this all clearly loudly enough to be heard.
Yeah, so talons
The
on
one-
concrete then.
The one on the floor, the one on the ground was paws.
Harry is just like, for the love of God, tell me there's a joint around here somewhere.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Connor also.
She takes one from Connor because he's closer. She lights it. She leans back on the sofa and she's facing away from this phone call.
Okay. I just then you all also know he's alive.
Yeah, we're aware of
Yes. Yes.
He's currently at the hospital, and they say it looks like he might make it.
Oh, he will definitely make it.
Crystal is more excited about that prospect than I am.
Listen,
I am working on not caring.
I mean, you can try, but one way or the other, we should care.
I
But-
do care, but I don't care about being the referee of the situation any longer.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair.
I am nobody's
No, this is-
babysitter.
It's good that he's alive. My whole thing about him being really, really angry and thus probably doing bad, unsound things while in charge aside. Him being alive means that they're not putting somebody else in that position who we don't know.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
No,
That's a
I
good-
get it.
good
I
point.
get it.
With him out of commission for at least a little while, that'll slow down their operations.
Assuming that he will be out of commission for a while, it's more likely it's a cover story, and he is, if he's surviving, he could easily be at full health already. They just can't sell that to the public.
Well, regardless, I'm headed your way. I will.
I'll give you the details when you get here.
Yeah, I'd like a full report to be able to take back to Mother Web. So
Easy enough.
I
I've
will
got some
see
calls
you
to
in an
make
hour.
on my own while you're getting on your way here.
I will see you all in an hour.
Yep.
And as that phone call ends, that is where we will wrap up for the week. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.